Hello and welcome back to another episode of In Search of Self-Mastery with Daria Gutiasco. Today, I want to talk to you about how to manage your emotions. But before that, why do you still feel lost and unable to manage your emotions as if they are out of control? If you don't understand your own emotions, how do you expect to master any other area of your life? It may be your case, it may have happened to you before, you may be in that situation currently, or you will be in the future, but the truth is that there is always something holding you back without you realizing it. And that is the lack of understanding of your own emotions. If you don't know what you feel or why, you will never have control over yourself, and that will continue to cost you in your relationships, your work, and your personal life. Stay tuned to listen to this episode, and I will teach you how to identify and better understand your emotions so that you can achieve a level of self-awareness and self-control that most men can only dream of having. As always, let's get to the point. If you cannot identify and understand your emotions, then your emotions control you. You cannot expect to master your life if you don't even know what is happening inside you. So it's time to stop living blindly and start developing the emotional intelligence that will allow you to have true control over your decisions and actions. Point number 1. Not knowing how to identify your emotions makes you vulnerable and reactive. By learning to identify and understand what you feel in a better way, you can anticipate your reactions, manage stress, and make better decisions instead of acting impulsively. A man who understands his emotions is not a man who explodes with anger, nor hides from pain. He is someone who can immediately see what is happening within him and respond with clarity and firmness. This emotional control puts you in a position of power, not only over others, but also over yourself. To put it in context, it's not about dominating others, but let's suppose you are in a situation like that. Those who lose emotional stability end up being impulsive and show weakness. It means they have no control over their emotions. But if you have power over those emotions, both negative and positive ones are easy. Let's talk about the negative ones. Then that control gives you a sense of power. But if you don't know what you're feeling, you are like a ship without a course, reacting to everything that happens without any direction. You let everything affect you. You react to everything. You react to anything or in any way. But above all, as I just mentioned a moment ago, you show a lack of control over yourself and therefore weakness. Living without understanding your emotions is like walking in the dark without any light, and you have no control over how you react, which makes you impulsive and weak. We return to the same point. Being emotionally reactive is a sign of immaturity and lack of control. Point number 2. Emotions are not the enemy. They are your ally. But if you understand them, emotions, mainly negative emotions, are not here to sabotage you. They are here to inform you. When you come to consciously understand what you are feeling, you can use those emotions as signals to adjust your behavior and make better decisions. In that sense, you can see emotions as messages, not barriers. An emotionally intelligent man knows how to interpret those messages to improve his life, or at least not make it worse. If you learn to listen to what your emotions are telling you, you will not only gain more control, but you will also be in a much stronger position to handle any situation, regardless of the person, the people, the situations you face, or where you find yourself. But if you are struggling with your emotions in your daily life and see them as something to simply endure, you will never understand their true purpose and will continue to miss opportunities for growth. The joke is not to ignore them or avoid them, as that is a form of weakness. And if you notice, we return to the same point. If you do not confront and understand them, you will continue to act like a man who has no control over himself, essentially, like a child or a teenager. And if you can't control what happens inside you, what makes you think you can control anything else? And not only that, that is what you demonstrate. Therefore, other people perceive that from you, leaving you more vulnerable than you think. And being realistic, it is a topic for men to avoid sharing these emotions, trying to understand them because no one teaches us, but that doesn't mean that reality doesn't affect you. Therefore, all I can say at this point is to ask for help. Reach out to someone you can talk to about these topics. Not just anyone, obviously, because many of your friends will even laugh at you. And by the way, most of them are emotionally weak. Similarly. And you might be wondering, how do you know that? Well, if you are emotionally weak, the people around you will also be in one way or another. Point number 3. Understanding your emotions gives you power in relationships, at work, and in life. A man who understands and effectively manages his emotions is respected for his self-control and stability. This not only improves your relationships, but also makes you someone that others seek for guidance and leadership. And you might be wondering, but why? Well, because you are stable, You can see things objectively, and obviously your judgment is objective, not emotional. Normally, when you turn to someone when you are emotional, the other person is outside of that reality and can see things as they are, not as you would like to see them. So, when you have control over your emotions, you project strength, confidence, and balance. If you do that, or achieve this state, people trust you, because they know you won't be swayed by impulses or irrational reactions. And this is the type of self-control that allows you to stand out in any area of your life. On the contrary, if you cannot control or understand your emotions, others will see you as someone volatile, immature, and unable to handle stress and pressure. Therefore, you are not trustworthy to solve or deal with problems or difficult situations, which automatically results in not being given the opportunities you are seeking because you are not ready. So, a lack of emotional control makes you an unreliable man. That is the truth, and you know it. Everyone knows it. Really, no one respects someone who explodes for no reason, or who withdraws or hides every time they face a strong emotion. And even worse are those men, or those people, who spend their time criticizing, gossiping, and complaining about their surroundings, their environment, and other people, etc. That is one of the greatest demonstrations of weakness in one's character, because it only shows that you are so weak that you cannot deal with that situation, let alone do something about it. And that is the conclusion. Men who do not understand their emotions are seen as weak. Time and again, I will tell you, if you want to be weak, keep doing this. And if you do not want to be weak or want to appear stronger, more secure, more confident in yourself, start by trying to better understand your emotions to improve in all areas of your life. And returning to the main point, if you do not take control of your emotions, they will control you. And that is what will keep you stuck in a life of mediocrity and reactivity. So understanding your emotions is the key to mastering not only your mind, but also your life and the people around you. And if you refuse to learn this skill, you will continue to be a man who is driven by external forces that you do not even understand. But if you choose to confront what you feel and develop true emotional intelligence, you will have the power to face any situation with clarity, confidence, and firmness. Are you going to continue being a slave to your emotions, or will you become the man who masters them? Remember, you are just one decision away from changing your life. See you next time.